Hi, welcome. Here is your writing lesson for today. This is your new writing lesson. I'm sorry, not a new writing lesson, but it's for the new unit. Now we are finally done with poetry. You guys did a really good job with your poems. I was really impressed. Now we're going to move on. We are going to write another narrative. A narrative is an imaginative story. So we've done imaginative story before, and you guys did really good on it. But this time it's going to be a little more in depth. So characters are the heart of a story. So we're going to be talking about what a narrative is. So a narrative has a beginning, middle, and end. A narrative has characters. What are characters? Who can raise their hand and tell me what are characters? Leah? People or animals in a story. They talk, don't they? Yes. Characters are people and animals. What is the setting, Dominic? Good. A time or a place is the setting of the story. And normally the characters in the setting is introduced in the beginning of the story. Then we have the middle of the story, and that's when the characters face a problem. If you have a story where there is no problem, it's going to be really boring. No one wants to, it's true. Nobody wants to listen to a story where there's not a problem. Everybody likes a little bit of drama, or at least maybe not in their lives, but maybe they like to read about it, right? Or they like to watch it. They want something to happen. Where's the action? Okay? Because if it doesn't have any action, it's a really boring story. All right, so we want the middle. The middle is what the problem is. And the end is how the characters solve their problem. In some stories, they don't solve the problem. They just learn to cope with it. But I guess that's solving the problem, right? But you have to have a conclusion in the end. You have to end it. It's not like, oh no, they have a huge problem, and the end. Okay? Then what? That's a cliffhanger. All right. So a narrative has to have a beginning, middle, and end. Character setting is introduced in the beginning. The middle has the problem, and the end is how you solve the problem. So let's move on and talk about our focus statement. Characters are the heart of a story. They're the heart of the story. We can develop characters in our narrative by thinking about the experiences they have. We can also think about how a character acts and what that tells us about him or her. So, the focus statement, characters are the heart of the story. Which characters do you remember from stories you have read? What are some characters that you remember from stories that you've already read? And Mariah? Okay. And what about those characters? What do you know about the Dream Girl characters? Did you say Dream Girl or Drum Girl? Oh, do you mean the story that we read in our HMH books? Oh, okay. What was that? I think that was called Dream Girl, right? Drum Dream Girl. Very good. And she was the heart, that character was the heart of the story. This whole story was about her, right? And how she wanted to play the drums. Good job. Okay, what's another example? Leah? Okay, sometimes Dr. Seuss isn't really in his books, is he? You mean Cat in the Hat? Okay, the Cat in the Hat. Okay, and it's always about Cat in the Hat doing what? Messing up stuff, causing a problem, and then the kids have to fix it. JC, what's a character that you've read about before? Jack and... Oh, Jack and the Beanstalk. Very good. And that he's the heart of the story, isn't he? Can you have the story Jack and the Beanstalk without Jack? No, that'd be weird, right? They're the heart of the story. Okay, who wants to share? Shh, who wants to share? Okay, Dustin? Cat Kid and the Comic Club and the comic book. Okay, very good. Cat Kid. Would there be a story without him? No. Bernaya?
How about Jackie and the Beanstalk?
Jackie and the Beanstalk. Very good. There would be no story without Jackie. Okay. We'll do one more. What about the story we're reading right now? Vacation Under the Volcano.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was going to say.
Very good. Who remembers what the characters' names are? Rena?
Jack and
Jack and Morgan. And who else? And Annie. Jack and Annie. And then there's Morgan's in there as well. Good job. Wow. Good job. So characters are really important in a story. I want to create a character that will be the heart of my story. My character will be a person. He will also be so important to the story that without this character, the story would not happen. My character will have to figure out a way to do something new. He will not be afraid to try again if his first idea doesn't work. I'm thinking about my character. Now, I want you guys to be thinking about your character. Who wants to tell me what their character will be? Are you going to make your character human or an animal?
I'm going to make mine half and half.
What about you, Dustin? What kind of animal? Maybe a cat? Okay. Okay, that's just something to think about, okay? Your characters and the problems they may face in your story. So that's all we're doing today. We were just going to brainstorm and talk a little bit about elements or parts of a narrative story. We were going to talk about why characters are so important to the story and a few examples and experiences, which we just finished with. So that's all you're doing today for writing. We're just talking. There's nothing for you really to do. Tomorrow we're going to dig deeper and talk about the story that we're going to read. All right, I'll see you guys later. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye.